Hello, my majestuous peacocks. Hope you're doing well. This is Leah Poulet, your wellness creative coach, your dance healer, your art healer, your food relationship healer, your self-image healer. As you can see, I'm riding my bike by the piers in Manhattan. So this is not the best video quality as I'm used to doing, but I just want to do something not real quick, but I want to do something in live and direct. This is like, it might be around 2 a.m. I didn't go out in like 2 or 3 days because I'm working so much for you guys. So I'm like, let me just do something right here. I needed to take some fresh air. So here I am outside riding my lovely bike that I love so much and talking to you at the same time. So before, as you know, before everything, don't forget to subscribe, to hit the subscribing button and to give some thumbs up if you like the video. So last time I was talking about Mercury retrograde, right? So this is how I function for the Mercury retrograde. Let me just switch my hands right now, real quick. Okay, back at you guys. So to me, the Mercury retrograde is really like a natural way that the universe gave us to do the points about what happened the past 3 months. So usually what I do at the beginning of each year, I write the different Mercury retrograde of the year. So because as I told you, we have four. And what I do, I also put an alarm 1 week before the retrograde, because at least I know, I can situate. I know I have like 1 more week to have done everything that I need to get done. So, in life, a lot of people, they're waiting for New Year's, for new resolutions, to make plans and all of that. That's not what I'm doing. I use the retrograde for that. So it means that every 3 months, I figure out, oh, some lovers are taking pictures. It's just, that's so cute. So what I was saying is that usually, so every 3 months, I think it's really good to make the point in your life, to see if you're still balanced, if you accomplished everything that you needed to have done, that you situate yourself, just, regular stuff like that. Look at this beautiful view. Sorry. So, sorry, I'm saying a lot of so, because that's the very first time that I'm riding my bike and I'm doing a video, so that's different, but that's pretty cool. I like it so far. So usually, as I said, I write down all the retrogrades and I fix myself some goals for every 3 months. So I know, like, before, for example, so as I told you, the last retrograde of the year was October 14th. So between the previous retrograde and the one that started October 14th, I knew what I had to get done and I knew what I'm not supposed to do during the retrograde. So it means that, because they say during the retrograde you're not supposed, it's not you're not supposed, it's not good to sign new contracts, to start new relationships, you can have like communication issues. So it's just not good to start anything new. So what I was doing, everything that I needed, if I had some contract, some anything to sign, some commitment to start, I was doing that before the retrograde, not during, or you can do after. Because if you do that during the retrograde might mess up your plans, because this is not the time for you to start something new. It's the time for you that you need to get to focus, to think about the next plans, to think about the next moves, and to think about what you've done that was great or that you have to improve or just you have to let go, So, for example, what did I do right before the retrograde? I signed a new contract. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I signed a new contract right before, maybe a week before. And I'm like, I'm not going to sign during the retrograde because I know it's not going to go the way I would like it to go. So I was aware about that. So as I said, I was making sure that I did everything that I was supposed to do before the beginning of the retrograde. And since I'm aware of the retrograde, most of the time things they fall into because um, it's like my higher self knows that she has to do. So, for example, I remember a few years ago I was dating this guy, and right before the retrograde, we started to fight a lot. Like that was crazy, and I usually stayed out of arguments, troubles, fights. I don't like those kind of things. So usually I'm not there. But where am I going? I don't even know where I'm going, but I'm going somewhere. Um, but with this guy, I kind of forgot that the retrograde was about to start because we just started like the relationship, and that's another thing that I forgot to mention. Usually, you see the change right before the retrograde, like a week before, you can see the change, and usually a week before the end of the retrograde, you can see that things are going back to what I can say normal. So I remember this guy, everything was like perfectly perfect. We were like really getting along. And I think it was, yeah, right before the retrograde, we started to argue a lot. And the very first day of the retrograde was the last time I ever spoke to this guy. We had I don't even know. We didn't even have like a fight, but I remember like I was so mad at him, and I'm like, you know what? It's better like for us to remain whatever friends. And after that, we never spoke. And at first, I didn't understand. I'm like, what happened? How comes things are falling apart this way? And I was like, oh damn, yes, retrograde. So communication issues, because I think we stopped talking because of lack of, not lack of communication, but miscommunications. So I was like, wow, this is real, this is powerful. So without saying too much about my life, but as I'm telling you, um, if during the time of the year you see that things are not going the way you would like to, if you see that your relationship is having issues, if you see that you're facing communication issues, a lot of things like that, like just check if it's not the retrograde, and you know that it's not going to be forever. And if something doesn't work, it's just that the retrograde accelerated the process for it not to work. But most of the time, things fall into place again. So, as I said, during the retrograde, really take time for yourself, take time to think, don't start anything new. Do your best to get things done before the beginning of the retrograde. Like that, you can just work on what you need to work on and to stay focused and to meditate and also think about your next move. Um, I really use the retrograde to think about the present. I use 2020 to think about the present in general, but usually the retrograde, I'm like, okay, where am I right now? What am I doing? Am I doing right? Am I doing wrong? Let's look at the past. Let's look at if what I was doing was right or wrong. What do I need to improve? What do I need to fix? What do I need to change? What do I need to let go? And that's how I'm processing. So when I'm done looking at the past, looking at the present, then I'm focusing on the future. What are going to be the next moves for the next 3 months? What should I keep? What should I not keep? What should I try new? What should I experiment? And then I go from there. So I hope it helped. If you have any question, please let me know. That's the very first time I do this kind of video, so I don't know if I'm too informative or not. Um, because I'm just used to have people asking questions and not just me talking in front of the camera. So if you have any question, feel free to ask. You can comment below, or you can email me at contact@leahpouley.com. You're gonna have my email in the description below, and you can also DM me on Instagram at Leah Pouley. So that's all for me. I'm gonna keep writing, and I think also I had like really hard time to focus properly because writing and doing a video, that's a challenge for me. But hope I was informative enough, and if not, I'm gonna do a better video next time. So I'm sending you a lot of peace, a lot of love. Take care of yourself. Take time to enjoy the nature as much as you can. Don't forget to drink water, to remain positive no matter what. I know it's not always easy, especially in these trying times, but we all need each other, we all need love, we all need support, we all need to remain as much positive as possible, because the most positive we are, the better it is for the planet, for the humankind, for everything. So sending you a lot of love, and I'm gonna stop right now because I just don't know where I'm riding. Bye.